Hedera Hashgraph, or as you may know it, HBAR, is making some major moves early on in 2026. In this video, we're going to cover a recent announcement coming from Hedera that they will be speaking at the World Economic Forum. Yes, the WEF. Larry Fink, chairman of WEF, Klaus Schwab, old chairman, massive event. I don't have to go on about that. On the back half of the video, we're going to cover what they have been doing, working with Neuron and 4D Sky, bringing capabilities for drones, robotics, AI to speak to one another. This is a game changer, especially when you think about what kind of abilities this will bring to the military. So you don't want to miss this. This is going to be a great video. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's start with the first story that comes from Hedera. This is going to come from their LinkedIn page on January 12th of 2026. Take a look. It says, as global leaders gather in Davos for the World Economic Forum's 56th annual meeting, Hedera will be a part of the conversation on how trusted digital infrastructure can help navigate a more complex and interconnected world. From enabling cross-border cooperation with shared transparent systems to unlocking new growth opportunities for DLT and AI to scaling innovation responsibly worldwide, Hedera's network and governance model are built to meet the challenges shaping today's global agenda. Representing Hedera in Davos this year is the Chief Policy Officer of Hedera Council, Chairman of Hedera Council, President of Hedera Council Board of Directors, CEO Hashgraph, President of the Hashgraph Association, and CEO of HBAR Inc. This is going to be huge. I'm excited to see that Hedera will be represented on the world stage. And as you know, this WEF meeting is a massive event where all the world leaders and the true power comes together to have a discussion about what they're going to be doing going forward. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show you the WEF's actual website page where they announced this WEF meeting. So check it out. World Economic Forum annual meeting. They entitled it A Spirit of Dialogue and is happening January 19th through the 23rd. So with Hedera being a speaker at the WEF, to me, this is massive because when you look at the WEF's website, they do not give you any kind of agenda, any kind of speakers. They are very tight-lipped, and it's January 13th, 2026, and there's still not a lot of announcements coming out from the things that they will be speaking about and who will be there representing which company. So Hedera stepping in, saying that they will be there. This is massive. So put that on your books. And keep in mind also January 20th, which is happening right between the 19th and 23rd, obviously, is the full 1 year mark of the new president of the United States being in office. So let's see what comes after January 20th as we move into year 2. Just a little note to put in your pocket for later. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to the channel. Here on Decrypting Crypto, we break down crypto projects very simple so everybody understands what is going on with whatever project. We try to give you a full-scale view of it. So this is a Hedera video, which I haven't done in a long time. So if you are new here, you probably haven't seen the old videos. So check it out. On the old videos, we covered Hedera working with the music scene. Then we have Hedera also working with NASA, SpaceX, NVIDIA. So we've done 4 other videos before, so if you want to check that out, the playlist will be in the pinned comments and also in the description. Some great information in there. If you are new here, if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing to the channel. And for everybody else, if you like what you're hearing, you made it 4 minutes in, please hit that like button. It definitely pushes these videos out. YouTube has gone down as far as crypto viewership. People just aren't in the crypto space anymore, so videos are flopping. So if you could help it out, hit the like button. I won't waste any more time. Let's go ahead and move on to what Hedera is doing with Neuron. So Neuron and Hedera are working together. I want to cover what Neuron is just in case this is new to you. So let's check it out from Hedera's website. It says, case study, powering machine-to-machine commerce with Neuron. Neuron is building decentralized service network, or DSN, infrastructure on Hedera, enabling autonomous devices like drones and AI agents to discover, connect, and transact directly without centralized intermediaries. So imagine we have ability to have drones robotics be able to speak to each other without a human involved to make that transaction happen. That's what Neuron and Hedera is doing. But let's keep reading more about it to give you a better visual of what's taking place. So again, check it out. We have 40 plus million network transactions, 2.7 billion tracked services delivery segments by 2026, and they're looking to have $3.5 trillion forecasted DePIN ecosystem market cap by 2028. So for anybody that doesn't know, a DePIN is this decentralized physical infrastructure network, DePIN. So let's keep reading on more about how this came about and why did Neuron and Hedera work together. So again, check it out. We have the problem. IoT and machine-to-machine communication faces critical challenges: high cost, security vulnerability, scalability, limitations, and lack of trust between devices. Traditional centralized systems create bottlenecks, while existing blockchain solutions are too expensive and slow for the billions of connected devices that need to exchange data and value seamlessly in real time. So the solution: Neuron leverages Hedera to enable trusted machine-to-machine communication at scale. It provides IoT devices with decentralized identity, micropayment capabilities, and verifiable data exchange, all while maintaining the speed and affordability required for mass IoT deployment across industries. So Neuron chose Hedera for the abilities that it has. And in the other videos, we do a deeper dive into what Hedera Hashgraph is and what the difference is between Hashgraph and something like a blockchain. So definitely check it out. Once you understand what Hedera Hashgraph is doing and their technology is different, you'll understand why Neuron chose Hedera to make this happen. So let's read on more about Neuron and what else they are doing. And they're working with the Edge network, and what the Edge network is doing versus a cloud service is massive. So we'll go ahead and check out your screen here. It says, this is from actually the Neuron's website themselves. It says Edge Networks, which is what they're using, has universal access for machines, AI agents, and humans, as to where cloud has manual access for humans only. Then we have high performance speed of light data transfer, where cloud has centralized bottlenecks, network scalability. Edge network, it has increased reliability, failures localized and isolated, where cloud has high risk failures caused global unavailability, which we have seen with AWS, by the way. Then we have higher trust on edge networks, access data straight from source, where cloud has variable quality. Intermediaries create trust issues. All right, so Neuron's going to be working on the edge networks, as it's going to be quicker, faster, more secure, essentially, which is exactly what our governments and militaries want. So let's keep reading more about Neuron and what else they're providing, just so you can see how massive of a project this is and why Hedera working with Neuron is amazing, right? So go ahead and check out your screen again. It says turn your edge devices into economic agents. As we scroll down, it says discover. Nodes can discover other nodes directly using on-chain data or using an Explorer API to unlock advanced machine filtering. Huge. Then we have connect. Nodes connect to each other directly, enabling high bandwidth, low latency data transfer according to your service logic. Then 3, we have pay. We have nodes pay each other for service using multi-signature transaction without the need for expensive smart contracts. Then 4, we have protect. All transactions are protected by our validator network that ensures customers receive what they pay for. So hopefully you're seeing what's going on here. These machines and AI agents can all speak to each other without any humans in the middle of this conversation to make sure it's going smoothly. There's a lot of things put in place to make sure there's no faults in the system. And if something is going to happen, it's going to be a very centralized fault, not the whole system going down. This is massive in the sense that these machines can now talk to each other, which opens the door for drones to fly further, which we'll cover here in a second. But let's keep rolling and give you a better idea of now we have Hedera working with Neuron, but Neuron, Hedera working with 4D Sky. So what is 4D Sky? Let's check out what 4D Sky is. Check out your screen here. It says, earn rewards for enabling future of flight, the world's first edge native flight tracking network. No servers, no lag, just real-time data. So of course, this is going to be huge for military or any other tracking flights. If you're a air traffic control person, then start thinking about what this really opens up. So as you can see on the screen here, the real-time tracking flight data. That's amazing. And in today's world, you think, okay, dude, like big deal. They're tracking flight data, their drones, what have you. I want you to step into the future with me here for a second, okay? Imagine a world where we have autonomous drones. That means we can have vehicles that can be autonomous. Like you already heard that Uber wants to do not delivery service, but like flight services, helicopter services. Imagine a world where we now have the ability for crafts to fly on their own and transport individuals. What if taxis in the future become in the sky like everybody's been wanting, but we can't do that until there's a safety fault net? And this is exactly what Hedera and Neuron are building out with 4D Sky as well. So you're looking at the future slowly shaping together with this kind of technology. So when we think about Hedera, understand Hedera is a massive player, and it's super cheap, and you have an opportunity to get in on the ground floor right now when it's still 12 cents, 13 cents. Not telling you anything that's not financial advice. That's just an amazing opportunity that you may have. Now let's keep rolling and let's read more about the 4D Sky Neuron working with NATO. Yes, NATO. So let's check out your screen again, coming from Neuron on December 17th. It says Neuron 4D Sky selected for a NATO Diana 2026 Challenge Program. And what that is a company to advance resilient, secure edge communication and autonomous coordination for contested environments. December 17, 2025, Neuron today announced that it has been selected for a global pool of more than 3,600 applicants to join NATO Defense Innovation Accelerator for the North Atlantic Diana 2026 Challenge Program. Neuron's entry secure edge infrastructure for autonomous communication AI coordination will enter Diana's Accelerator Core program, where it will be strengthened and adapted for defense and dual use environments. As you can see, we have the eyes of the government and military looking at Neuron, 4D Sky, Hedera. They see this as an ability to advance their military capabilities. And you know, if you have military funding behind a project, this thing is going to be legitimate. And for the people that don't know, Dr. Lehman Baird, the person that invented the Hedera Hashgraph, actually comes from the Air Force as well. So he has strong ties to the military. This is no coincidence, just throwing that out there. So they were stating that they were going to be able to track drones further now that they have this ability, but this technology, just backing it up here, actually comes out of 2021 when they originally tested this ability. So check out from Hedera's website where they worked with Neuron back in 2021. This post came out in 2022, gave you a quick breakdown. So check it out. It says, London, United Kingdom, and Dallas, Texas, January 6, 2022. Neuron, a leader in aviation technology and air traffic critical national infrastructure, has leveraged the Hedera network, the most used sustainable enterprise-grade public ledger for the decentralized economy in the UK government-sponsored trial to demonstrate the capability to safely track movements of military enterprise and government drones once at a visual line of sight. The trials, which took place at Port Montrose in Scotland on April 29, 2021, and at Cranfield University during October 2021, used sensors to track the drones recording flight data via the Hedera Consensus service. Over time, Neuron's vision is to provide a decentralized platform for a range of mobility solutions, including drones, air taxis, autonomous vehicles, and ground robots. Neuron will do this by connecting sensors, vehicles, and management systems to provide a trusted network which can be used for data sharing, record keeping, and potentially even decision making. Okay, so the future is now. Neuron, Hedera, 4D Sky are working together to bring this future to us, where we could potentially one day, sometime in the future, have drones, taxis, robots on the ground, all speaking and communicating to each other without any human interaction. That is scary, I know, but that is the direction we're headed. Hopefully you're understanding that you're in early on the future technology which will transform the world we live in. That's how huge Hedera is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm sitting at that 4,700 mark now, looking for that 5,000 mark. Any kind of help on this would be greatly appreciated. Before I let you go, as always, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and become that change you want to see. I'll see you on the next one.